That looks delicious. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we're doing what I haven't done this in a while, another episode of winging it. I'm craving a coffee cake with actual coffee in it, so let's make it, or attempt to make it. Will it fail? Will it be successful? I don't know. First things first, I've got all my ingredients here that I'm hoping are gonna work out. My senses are saying it's gonna work out. It's 1.5 cups of cake flour. I think I'm gonna use 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Coffee over here, of course I'm using decaf because caffeine sensitive. I got 1 cup of margarine. I'm about to soften it in the microwave right now. 2 eggs, vanilla, a cup of milk. Now this I'm not sure about. I feel like I might need a little bit more milk than that. And I'm gonna use some brown sugar. It's gonna be equal parts margarine and brown. Am I right? No, it's gonna be 1.5 cups of brown sugar. I'm figuring it out as we go. Yep. So let's start by making some strong coffee. I'm gonna go 2 tablespoons of coffee, but if your coffee I guess is stronger, guys, we're winning it. Boiled water just to dissolve the coffee. I'm doing this first because I want it to cool down while I do the other steps. Why is this coffee not dissolving as nicely? Coffee dissolved. I'm gonna soften my butter, margarine. The first thing I did was to preheat my oven. It's preheating at 180 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna go in with our margarine. I'm worried about my sugar. I feel like that's a lot of sugar. And usually when I wing it, I don't add enough sugar. So maybe I should just trust my instinct with this 1.5 cups of brown sugar. So yeah. First things first, immediately so far I think my ratio of sugar and margarine is off, but I hope we can offset that with the eggs. So I'm gonna go in with my 2 eggs. Okay, we're looking good right now with the eggs in there, but remember when you're using brown sugar like this, it doesn't dissolve as nicely as caster sugar. So I'm hoping that's not gonna affect my bake, because I used this because I wanted the flavor of the brown sugar. So fingers crossed. This, you guys are seeing me develop a recipe right now. As you can see, we've aerated our eggs nicely, and you can see the volume of everything has kind of doubled, but the sugar is still not dissolved, so don't worry, that's just how brown sugar works. I forgot to add my vanilla. I would like to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Well, I could have added the vanilla to the milk actually. Look at this caramel-like color. To my flour, I'm gonna add, to my flour, I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's 1.5. I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon measurement. Sieve it in here because we want the flour nice and light and airy. I nearly forgot about the coffee in the coffee cake. Do you know that actual coffee cake, like the coffee cake name, doesn't actually have coffee in it? It's just a cake that you have with a coffee. Oh, and then I say I'm actually making a loaf. Yeah, I'm making. Slowly, I say. I don't want to overwork it, so I'm gonna finish the mixing with my spatula because I'm like, don't overwork the flour. The color is just so beautiful. It smells delicious. As much as I wanna add a bit of salt in this, margarine is quite salty, so I'm gonna avoid that. I love seasoning my bakes. Let's taste. So far so good. Then I also want to make a crumble for the top of the cake. So to make that, you're gonna need equal parts of margarine and flour, and then 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of flour. Am I gonna sweeten this? tablespoon of sugar, and maybe add some salt to this one. I want some, no, let me go with sea salt. Like I said, I can taste the difference. Like, bring it together between my hands, rub it in between your fingers. Guys, I wonder if all of this batter is gonna fit in my loaf tin, because my loaf tin is pretty skinny. This is what the crumble is looking like, very crumbly. Let's get this in our bowls in our tins and see if it's just the one loaf. Immediately it's 2 loaves, I see it, so I'm gonna fill up both. And then I'm gonna add the crumble to the top. I think I made too much crumble. And then these are going in to bake, and I'm gonna start checking up on them at the 30-minute mark and do a skewer taste and see if they cook through. Wish this luck. These have been in the oven for 37 minutes, and I'm gonna check the meat again. Yeah, that came out clean. The crumble is looking good, and then I'm gonna let these cool down before I take them out of this. While that's cooling down, we're gonna make our icing. We're gonna make our icing drizzle. I need a sieve. I took off my apron. Watch me get powdered sugar over myself. And then over here I've got some coffee that I dissolved a bit with water. I'm gonna start with a teaspoon. The thing with icing is that you always need less water than you think. You always need, and remember my rule, you can always add more but you can never take out. So I'm always very careful. So that's 2 teaspoons of that right now. This is exactly how I wanted the drizzle. Let's try and get these out. There we go. No, I left the bottom in there. I wasn't careful enough. Look at how moist that is. Oh no, I'm mad at myself for that. Now I'm scared to get the other one out. Much better with this one. Look at them. They look so good. How good does that look? The error that I made is I did not let these cool down completely, but let's slice into one. Look at that crumb. That looks delicious. I'm gonna get some drizzle on that. Ooh. I'm happy. Number one, it's not too sweet. It won't be sweet enough without the icing. Number two, a very, very moist cake, very coffee forward, which is perfect. I mean, lives up to its name, coffee cake. I think this is the best loaf I've ever made. This might replace banana loaf for me because I recently started being allergic to bananas. Comment if you want me to remake this like just the proper way, because I know what adjustments I need to make this perfect. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you for joining me in experimenting and making this coffee loaf, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and like it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel so you can join the family. We finally reached 1,000 subscribers, so like yay us, and see you again next time. Bye bye.